24 hours later, the Bees are gone and the play has begun.
Hey, buddy, I got stung 4 times yesterday. I'm not quite ready to joke.
Well, that'll be it on that, I guess. Florida starts with control. Arizona State not letting anything in the middle so far as they zone up here. And some contact. Florida with free position here to start the scoring, and they do. It is Hoskins after the contact, and the Gators strike first on the road.
Yeah, and we're going to see a lot more of Reagan Speichiger. I mean, that is a tough position to put your goalie in this early for Arizona State. She's been playing incredibly well. Kept them in the match against Navy, kept them in the match against Stanford, but that is a fantastic. I mean, you look at this shot, just one step, stick side, keeps it low, fantastic. Just drives that ball in.
And on a possession that Arizona State defended really, really well. Ultimately, the sophomore, though, one to strong arm it away. She still carries possession, gets a shot off, and she scores.
Yeah, that's a great finish by Hamilton. She has emerged, we said it 5 different times, but on an absolutely loaded Gators offense with multiple returning All-Americans. She's been the ace, she's been the number one, and she continues to be effective despite it, as you see here, getting to work in space and just able to rip it on the move. That start and stop, a little bit of separation. Did a really nice job covering up the bulk of that net, but Hamilton was able to find the opening.
Yeah, it may have been screened just a little bit with a Sun Devil. Arizona State switching things up back to a man-to-man defense. Space starting to be found by Florida. Good drive and a score, that time from Franny Hahn.
And again, it is what makes the Gators offense so difficult to cover, right? They spread you out in front of the goal, and then they have an all-American weapon in Hahn at X, who already has a step, right? Coming around that goal circle, she has an advantage because of the spacing that Florida has, the threats across the board.
Looking for their 4th early.
Arizona State doing a really nice job. That amoeba-like zone, able to slough in and then pop back out.
And Florida gets their 4th.
I might have jinxed them. Didn't last for long. Gabby Green found a step after Arizona State condensed, and she was able to make a jolt right to the kick.
Fairly weak and almost whiffed shots. See if they can change that and fire one on net. Open space here. They're moving the ball really well. Slows back down and goes back out. They'll recycle. Back down low for Shevitz. Right in front, and the Sun Devils score. Lydia Oldno on the case from point-blank range.
Yeah, great duck in by Lydia Oldno, and it is what has made her such a proficient goal scorer. Her 40th on the season. That mark lead.
Franny Hahn, an assist and a goal so far. Hamilton. Gabby Green has netted one for the Gators so far today. Continue to just pack it in. Every time, every pass, everybody gets closer to the net. Now they'll look for more space. Hamilton driving left side, and she buries it. 2 for her, 5 for the Gators.
I mean, that is just a clinical finish from Clark Hamilton. But Amanda O'Leary, despite the fact that, I mean, you said it statistically, this Florida Gators team, the best, or
see what the call is. It'll be Tegan Ing. Cut it back to 3.
The Sun Devils have struggled a little bit on these free positions, just 68th in the nation despite their overall offensive proficiency. This is a big one.
Tegan Ing charging, and somehow with finesse bounces it past and in the net.
I mean, do you see how low she stays on that, right? That looked like me running away from the Bees yesterday. Just a deep crouch, and in turn, she's able to find that angle right along the crease and just drop it in low. And that makes it really tough, especially on a not...
Bihar from the X trying to spread the wealth. Back to Ing. And a whistle blown. Arizona State going to get another free position chance.
And Van Pelt Polsland, longtime offensive coordinator under Amanda O'Leary during that build-up to these past couple of Final Fours.
Eng has already scored from here, and she does again. Sun Devils, for the first time, score 2 straight. They're within 2.
Yeah, it's a great bounce back from Arizona State. We saw it last week against Stanford. It was a little bit too little, too late, but Arizona State giving themselves
save, Gavin.
And Bihar, Bihar makes it so tricky on you, right? Super twitchy from X, and it was triggered almost a reaction time from right up. You see that combination of size and quick twitch.
Hamilton has her 3rd. Free position won't be denied this time. It's 6-3 Gators.
And that's why, those missed opportunities. Arizona State, you get the first woman up of this.
They've got that first goal. Trying to operate now with precision. Florida packing it in defensively. Bihar right to the point. No.
Yeah. Not the best shot for that time for Tegan Lowry. Been a really efficient goal scorer on the season, shooting 67%.
Bihar to re-trigger. She finds a teammate and a goal. Lydia Oldno on the drive. Her 2nd of the game.
It's a great, confident take by Lydia Oldno. And you see that
holding on to a 2-goal lead.
And if you're Arizona State, right, you've had your opportunities. Bihar had the point-blank look. Then you avoid giving up a goal on 3 shots, and you immediately give it back. It has to be so frustrating for this Arizona State sideline. At the very least, you have to buy your defense some time there.
A little bit more patience from Florida than they've shown so far all season, and it leads to a wide open goal. Gabby Green gets in on the action again, and it's 7-4.
And she has that exact same versatility we talked about.
Flips one high and wide. Bihar right there to keep possession for Arizona State with 60 on the clock.
Yeah, that's the key point. It's a smart shot from Ing, right? You go high because you know you have backup with Bihar there. Either you put it in or you get to keep possession.
Did a great job of forcing indecision from Arizona State offensively, but decisive that time is Arizona State. Back within 2, another for Oldno.
And I think it was Butcher. That was a heck of a pass. I'm excited to see that replay.
Length. 2.5 minutes to go, under a minute on the shot clock.
And Alex, you want to see a patient possession from Arizona State here, right? Goal, no goal. You want to take some time. You want to buy your defense some energy, and you want to get a great look.
Especially the way the defense is played in this second. There's 2 goals for Florida after 5 in the first. Charging and scoring! Arizona State on a run. It's Addie Shevitz on the board.
Massive to get Addie Shevitz involved, right? We talk about the big 3 for Arizona State. But you talk to Amanda O'Leary, she says it is a big 4 in terms of corner. Ford did a great job finding a step, but Speitziger, she's just been red hot. She stopped, I think now 6 of the last 7 shots she's faced.
That gives her 7 total saves in the game. With the body, with the stick, even one from the pipe. That'll actually be number 8 for her. Florida trying to find a way to double the lead. Hamilton again, she's unreal. When they need her most, maybe they get a little bit of that momentum heading to halftime.
Hamilton just separates in a different way than anyone else on for Arizona State this year. But Florida says, hey, our 6th option, we think it's better than your 6th option. Viglio, a lot taller, higher center of gravity. And you see Autumn Blair on that almost a little Euro step, able to separate on that quick shuffle of their season so far. The freshman out of Downingtown, Pennsylvania, finds her 9th goal of the season.
The flare from Blair all the way through the end. A little toss. A 9-6 advantage for Florida. They start the scoring in this second half. Just over 5.5 minutes into it.
And to that point, Arizona State.
Whistle against Arizona State, and another free position for Florida. They've been pretty relentless at giving and getting these opportunities. They just need to turn them into goals a little bit more. And Shows how good that Reagan Speisiger has been so far today. We give a team like Florida this many chances, they're eventually going to capitalize and start pulling away. This one just flicked on. A stinger from the point.
Speisiger almost didn't look ready for that. Gabby Corey going opposite side and just
allowing free positions. There's another look.
Yeah, all the ball kind of dies on her on the carpet. Easy stuff for Speisiger.
I think Sierra Ryan again gets her stick in there and may have affected the shot. Now the Sun Devils a chance on the other end. And they score. It's Addie Shevitz with her second.
Shevitz, 2 goals in this one, but they have been 2 loud goals. Gets the one right before the end of the half, turning the corner on an individual play this time.
Clock on possessions is Florida. Back down to 30 to shoot. Shot is high and wide, and a possible nick to the face taken by Gabby Corey. Let's continue for the Gators with 20 to shoot. Stick and grasp of Green, and it's by Speisiger for a goal.
Yeah, Gabby to Gabby connection that time. Corey to Green. That is just a zippy pass by Gabby Corey. Great quick decision to see that Green. And with her speed in turn, Morris tries to get physical. Doesn't work out for her.
Davies scores. And this time, Florida does increase their lead to 5. It is their largest. 17 seconds before the end of this third.
On the goal.
Arizona State going to get free position. Sun Devils have been much more efficient. From the spot, it's Lydia Oldno. Fires and scores.
Fourth goal of the game for Old.
10 seconds left. Hamilton fires in and scores. Through contact, finds her 5th.
Yeah, that might be the dagger from Clark Hamilton. And we said as much as this Florida offense is Clark Hamilton just moves a little bit differently than everyone else. And you see that catch, and on the catch, the momentum is going the other way for Viglione. And just cut right in on her to punch one in.
A 2-minute, 56-second possession for the Florida Gators.
Single-handedly dragged a team of really talented players, but against an all-star team of basically the best players in the country. She was extraordinary throughout her high school career. Talking to her coach, Danielle Castellan, she spoke so often her senior year about the fact that she didn't take it for granted, right? She was a 5-star, and she continued to work in Florida, not taking this lead for granted right now.
Anna Blair adding one more to salt things away. They ballooned to their largest lead of 6. And they've done it offensively, taking time off the board and being efficient. Especially 2 goals in this second half. And it's a dominant second half led by their goaltender, Maya Soskin. They take this one, 14-8.
To take the majority of draw controls in this game, and that against an Arizona State offense, right, that has a top 3 as good as almost any team in the nation, Alex. They're just that much more dangerous in the sense that it feels like they can win multiple different ways.